It's easy not to eat mindfully when you're scarfing down a fast food burger in your car while driving. And eating Chinese takeout directly from the takeout box lends itself well to spacing out in front of the television. But when you cook a meal for your spouse's birthday or prepare an elaborate holiday meal, those are the dining experiences over which we often spend the most time. One of the most common things that gets in the way of eating mindfully is cooking. Home cooked meals, they deserve our attention, and after we've taken the time and care to prepare a meal ourselves, we're much more likely to sit at the table and enjoy it, without distraction, while actually eating one bite at a time. So one of the best tools in your mindful eating toolbox is cooking. What often gets in the way of cooking? Being unprepared, a lack of time, and not having an arsenal of recipes that you feel comfortable making on the fly. Now keep in mind that meals can be really simple. Don't think you need to channel your inner Julia Child to get something tasty on the table. A good meal doesn't need more than 3 or 4 ingredients, as long as you get a balance of veggies, protein, healthy fats, and grains. So first, let's tackle preparedness. Being prepared with a full fridge and pantry is the first piece of the puzzle. Stay well stocked with non-perishables such as dried whole grain pasta, brown and wild rice, farro, lentils, beans, and perishables like eggs, a few vegetable staples, and hard cheeses. That way, needing to make a trip to the store won't prevent you from getting a home-cooked meal on the table. Of course, keeping your favorite spices, oils, vinegars, and condiments applies here as well. And don't forget about your freezer. Frozen veggies are really helpful to have on hand in a pinch as well. And since they're frozen at their peak, you can rest assured that you're not compromising on your intake of vitamins and minerals. Moving on to time. We're all busy, whether it's work, family, chasing after kiddos, and time is our most valued asset. There are 4 types of meals that can help save on time. First, meals that you can cook ahead and keep in the fridge all week, like soup. Second, meals that you can cook quickly, such as fish or eggs. Third, meals that allow prep. Certain things can be prepped ahead, like stir fry. And 4, meals that you can cook passively. Your slow cooker helps with things that take longer. So what should you cook? Let's start with make-ahead meals. This includes virtually anything that has a fairly long shelf life, reheats well, and is freezable. Soup is one of the best, particularly one without meat since it has a longer shelf life. Or of course you could freeze portions and defrost them as needed. I have a recipe for fennel white bean soup on the Food blog that is really filling, has protein from the beans, umami from the mushrooms, and plenty of vegetables. I also have a recipe for squash soup on the blog. It's a real crowd pleaser, and it would be perfect with a piece of whole grain toast for dipping. Your favorite lasagna, chili, and enchiladas are also great one-pan meals to make ahead for the week. Saucy dishes tend to thaw and reheat really well as well. Moving on to meals that cook quickly. Eggs are the ultimate time saver. Paired with a salad and a piece of toast, you have a complete meal. Check out the Food blog for my cheesy scallion scrambled eggs, or a simple fried egg or omelet will do the trick as well. Fish is another quick cooker. There's a recipe for whitefish en papillote on the blog that couldn't be easier. The recipe for pan-seared trout is another really quick one. You'll see that I served it with radicchio and chickpeas on the blog, but it would be delicious with couscous and a green salad as well, both of which can be made really quickly. My skirt steak with herb salsa verde fits into both the prep ahead and cook quickly categories, as thin skirt steak, that's a tongue twister, can be marinated the night before, and the salsa prepped the night before, and then the steak cooks just in minutes. Continuing on with prep ahead tricks, keeping a variety of ingredients prepped in your fridge is one of my absolute favorite ways to get a nutritious meal on the table, no recipe required. At any given time, I might have cooked farro, brown rice or quinoa, hard-boiled eggs, cooked lentils, cooked white, black, or garbanzo beans, roasted sweet potato, and or roasted broccoli in containers in the fridge. If you toss some of those on a plate or in a bowl with some olive oil, sea salt, and black pepper, or a simple vinaigrette, dinner's ready. Homemade salad dressing and washed greens are 2 more that make for a really easy quick meal alongside quick cooking protein or some rice and beans. I keep a jar of my shallot Dijon vinaigrette in the fridge at most times, making it really easy to throw together a salad in seconds. You can buy pre-washed greens. They come in the box at the supermarket, or wash the leaves yourselves and keep them in a bag in the fridge. Be sure to poke some holes in the bag to allow the leaves to breathe for a longer shelf life. Passive meals are sometimes the most magical because you barely do anything and then a hot meal is suddenly ready. Your slow cooker is the trick to this one. Simply set it on low before you head to work, and dinner will be ready when you get home. Many recipes call for you to brown meat before putting it in the slow cooker, but honestly, you can get away without it in many instances. The idea is really simple. You just put protein, liquid, seasonings, and veggies into your slow cooker. And The Kitchen has a great article on 25 delicious slow cooker recipes for busy weeknights. If you search for that in your web browser, The Kitchen's article will pop up. I love that with the help of your slow cooker, comfort food can be waiting for you when you walk in the door at the end of a really long day.